Welcome back to what feels like forever to a grumpy old Reds, and we will be previewing Nottingham Forest versus Brighton. I don't know why I rolled the R in Brighton, but whatever.
We're
Make
here
them
with
sound more exotic. Make them sound more exciting and exotic.
Exotic. It's exotic, innit? Remember Waynetta Slob.
Welcome back, boys. Welcome back, chat. I'm excited, guys. Football is coming home. No, let's not start singing that. Let's not start singing that. How are you all in the chat doing? Panel, hope you're well. Hope everyone's well. Happy birthday to you, Muhammad, tomorrow. Please don't say it. You're gonna get us. You're gonna get us. Matt, I don't know how many times you've become
it sounds like
I'm loving it. Thank you so much, bro. Guys, we got a lot to talk about tonight. Strap in, get comfortable, because we can talk about real football again.
You're taking the piss. Get comfortable.
Okay, comfortable. Ant, are you okay, Ant?
I'm persevering, mate.
Yeah.
Through the agony.
You want to share
for our beautiful, wonderful viewers and our fantastic chat. I can't miss.
Yeah. Chat, he's pulled a muscle. His exact words when we asked him, "And how did you pull your muscle?" He said, "I don't know. I sat down."
It was a coffee.
No, it's a standing up that did it. I think it was a standing up.
Crypto, any pulled muscles?
No, although I actually do have a bad hip because trying to ride a 480 kilogram Honda Goldwing round town in stop-start traffic is not very easy. So yeah.
Fair enough.
And I've been walking. I was saying to Dino earlier this week. It's show week for us at work. So I've been walking around all the exhibitions. 500 miles of driving I've done this week. So it's nice to finally sit down and talk about Forest.
Good. And Dino, it's fantastic to have you back, buddy. And already the messages are coming in.
Oh, I know, they're so lovely. Guys, thank you. Thank you so much for the community post. Honestly, it was so, I'm not going to start crying. It was so emotional. It was really, really helped. And what, I know we say it all the time, but what an absolutely incredible community that we have. Absolutely incredible. The messages were, they were unbelievable. If I've not responded to, I've tried to respond. I've responded to 115. I need to check back to see if there's any more. But thank you so much. I absolutely love you all, guys and girls. It's brilliant, amazing. Thank you. It did mean a lot. You wouldn't believe how much it meant to me.
And don't, man. You're gonna start us all off, and we're all happy and excited.
Please don't change the subject quick.
Football coming on, but no, we love you, bro, and it's good to have you back. And the messages are flowing in as well. And we want to send our condolences as well to Temps, because in a similar fashion, at a similar time, he's lost his wife, and I believe he's got 2 daughters as well. So our thoughts and prayers are with you guys as well. We're all, I know, Eddie, stop. It's life, isn't it? It's life. And so our thoughts and prayers with anyone in the Forest family who's going through stuff. As we always say, you guys have got our WhatsApp number. We're always happy to talk to you guys. And to be honest, sometimes we need you guys to talk to us. Yeah, it's a big ugly world out there at the moment. So thank you all for everything. And on that note, should we try and liven up the mood? Well, should we start? Because there's been a few a lot actually of guys asking, when were the awards, how did the awards go, and everything. So we'll do a quick 2 minutes just to say, one, again, thank you for getting us nominated. It was crazy that we did. And myself and Ez and Charlie went down to rep, all in our suits, apart from Ez. Can we tell him about
Ez's trousers look so tight.
Did you see?
I've never seen such tight trousers in my life.
And we got a picture of it.
Did he have a camel toe or?
We've got one of the 4 of us. Yeah. I don't want to zoom in. I don't want to zoom in on the trousers. I saw enough on the night.
I know. Yeah, I love you too, Eddie.
So guys, we went up to Liverpool. I met these guys at the what should we call it? The Airbnb is probably the best way to describe it. And yeah, everyone got changed. And then wait, I was going to get rid of it. Ez came out and he just literally went like, "What do you reckon, guys?" We all could only look at
Ez is cursing now. You know he's watching, don't you? Ez is poor. Him the best. He's got the flu, so he's not going to join us today. Hope you feel better.
He looks like he's going 10-pin bowling.
It was so tight, right? It was so tight.
Was he speaking in a high voice?
And show him who he is standing next to in that picture. Show him who he's standing next to, right? Yeah, we could tell that he was, quite pleased. No, not that one. Not that one, Ant. You know what I'm talking about. We could tell that.
Keith, that's so funny. Keith.
I don't know if you guys know who Emma Jones is. Yeah, she's a fantastic host. Unfortunately, she's a Leeds fan. But yeah, Ez got himself a picture with her, and could only take an upper half shot, if I remember rightly.
He could have stood under something.
Now you've got a choice whether to look at the big teeth or whether to look at the cross eyes.
There you go. Luckily, you guys can only see that top half picture. But
yeah, kid in a candy store is what springs to mind there.
Yeah, so that was the host. But it was a fantastic night. We saw Matt was there as well from Garibaldi Red. Really tall, really lovely guy. We had a good chat with him as well. And we met loads of the other YouTubers that we come on with. And did we win the award? The answer is, of course, we didn't. We didn't. It was all
that photo so funny.
To be fair, I think that with it being held at Anfield, I think that the fact that Anfield Rap won it is nothing dodgy. Nothing dodgy. We're not bitter, but Anfield Rap won the award at the awards held at Anfield.
Well, as I said to Matt, I said we and he finished joint fourth. And we kind of shook hands on that because they gave you a 3-2-1 out of the 10. But no, it was a good night. It was a good night, and we enjoyed it. Luckily, our reward was quite early on, so we didn't hang around.
There's not many places where you can get pie and mash and peas for 80 quid.
Oh, that was the best bit. I didn't tell you this. So they gave us a piece of bread to start with, right, for the old bread and butter.
So I kept mine because I'm clever. I kept mine.
So me and Ez were just straight in, hungry, brown people. You see food, you eat, Ant was like, no, I'm gonna hold mine off, yes, for the soup as it comes out. Next thing we know, the mains come out, and Ant's got this piece of bread buttered up, and he's like, "What's going on here, man? 80 quid, no soup."
And then
I'm worried about the brown people coming.
When we decided to leave at about 10:30 or whatever it was, with about 50 awards still to go. There's 100 awards, by the way.
Oh God.
Charlie's going, no. I'm waiting for me sweetie. I'm waiting for my pudding. Right? No pudding. Yeah, but there might be. This is like an hour and a half after the dinner had finished. There might be.
Yeah. But what I will say is Anfield Stadium, as much as I hate to say it, man, it was impressive, wasn't it? And backstage, it was ridiculous.
I would say that it's the best ground after the City ground I've been to this season.
I'd agree with that.
Have you done the tour at Man City? That's amazing. The Man City tour is incredible.
It's about a week to get around it.
It's amazing. If anybody's not been, it's definitely a good day out if you take your kids.
Dino, I've been waiting since I was 6 years old to have a tour of the City ground and see the trophy room and stuff. It's only now that I'm getting access that I'm actually seeing all these things I've been waiting 50 years for.
That's why Man City's stadium's always half full, because they haven't actually got any fans. It's just the people finishing the tour.
Yeah. Can I just comment before we actually get onto any football? Yeah, it was a Brown comment that you're paler than I am, mate. It's like Ali G. When he'd go like, "Is it because I was black?" And he's like, "White, like me."
Nicky,
look.
I'm sorry, Nicky. What color am I, Nicky? Nicky, you've touched my skin, Nicky. You know what color I am, Nicky. It's these goddamn ring lights, man. They just blind you. But if I turn them off,
no, your skin is blinding us.
There you go. Much better.
Oh yeah.
Now you don't have to look at me.
Yeah,
I'm not white. Goes in the dark. Look,
you're Casper. You're Casper. Hey, just kick it off with the first £5 super chat after the international break from Brandon, beautiful Brandon. Thank you so much, guys. Evening seems like such a long time ago from the last score. Lovely to see everyone smiling. Look, even with everything that's been going on and the passing of beautiful Mama Dino, we will miss her. We'll miss her. We've still got a smile and we've still got to plod on because we have football to talk about. Go on, Dino.
She could still get an up front.
We need her now.
You know what, Dino? I was actually thinking the same thing before. No, that it's a bit soon. That's bad taste. But no, you've jumped straight in with both.
Oh no, listen, my mum. We spoke. I'm not going to harp on it, but we spoke over the years about her passing, and she said, "I don't want anybody crying. I just want everybody to have a good time and remember my life and have a party." So that's what I'm trying to take on. Anyway,
do you know what, Dino? When you just said you spoke about her passing, I was there thinking, but I thought you were going to play her up front. I was like, let's talk about it.
Yeah, I don't want to pass on.
How many assists she could get in a season and stuff. That's
All right, shall we do this? Shall we kick in to what we're all here for? And that is, of course, our beloved club, Nottingham Forest. What's Sci-Fi saying here? When he turns off the lights, Wolverines like so he's on Panorama as an anonymous contributor. Is Panorama still ongoing? Is that show still around? Yeah. All right. Let's get on with it. Okay, boys, Brighton. I spoke to Maz earlier, gave us real good insight into Brighton and what to expect tomorrow. He is nervous, but I ain't gonna lie to you, boys. So am I. But what made him more nervous was the thought of playing low block football, or coming up, should I say, against low block football. I can't believe I'm going to ask this question. I was so shocked by it that I got our thumbnail boy to put it on the thumbnail. Chat, should we play low block tomorrow because Brighton hate it? Dino, you're shaking your head. Kick us off.
No, man, they've got so many injuries. We think we've got injuries. They're like masses of injuries out. And listen, we took 4 points off them last year, didn't we?
By low blocking.
We've got maybe. Well, no, the home game wasn't a low block. Definitely not. We've got a better squad this year. They haven't. Plus, they've got injuries. They've got some really key injuries out. I think they're there for the taking, and I think we should go for the jugular. I really do.
Can I ask you, Dino, what your understanding is of the injuries they've got?
Yeah. Please.
Evan Ferguson.
He's going to play.
Chance of playing.
Oh, hang on, let me rewind then. I might.
This is according to De Zerbi.
And Maz.
But I'm looking at another site for all the current injuries. I mean, they've got a lot. I mean, it's the likes of Milner out as well.
The only reason I asked that is because, like you, Dino, I thought that virtually everybody was out. But from what I've read today,
you think he's doing a Cooper
from the manager? It seems that Dunk is available.
Yes,
Matoma's available. Ferguson's available. Now it could all be lies, of course.
We'll see.
But that's what I'm being told.
Cooper might be doing a Cooper. A one-year might turn up tomorrow. Wouldn't that be fantastic?
I really don't even think Cooper's just pulled out of his ass. No chance.
The operation was just like Cooper's at his best.
Imagine.
It says on the Brighton website 3 hours ago that Matoma's out of the squad.
Matoma's out, yeah. I mean, listen, we can beat them. We're at home. We took 4 points last season. We can beat these. We need to beat these because we need to rely back on our home games again because Taiwo's injured and we've got very little cover up front. I mean, when I say up front, I don't just mean the striker. I mean the wide players as well. We've got very little cover in that area. We're nailed on in goal. We're nailed on at the back. We're nailed on in midfield, aren't we? It's just that front three. So we need to kind of pick up as many points as possible up to Christmas, just scrapping stuff out. I did think about the low block, earlier. I wonder if he'll go back to low block because of the crisis in that front three. But I don't know. I just can't see it. Not at home, maybe away.
I don't think we'll go back to an ultra low block, but we're always cautious. That's just the way we are. So, when does caution become a low block? Depends on the opposition, I suppose. But sorry, let me just confirm now because I've got it up in front of me. De Zerbi says that Dunk and Ferguson have got a chance of playing, but Matoma and Milner are definitely out.
Yeah.
So Matoma being out is good because last season he was fast.
Milner's only been a sub player anyway, hasn't he?
Yeah. Milner's not a big issue. But then they've got Estepinian, who's out long term. But he's
good.
So
I like him.
I would put, if I'm honest, I would put their injury situation similar to ours. They've got players that couldn't play, but then they've got some vital players missing as well. So I'd put them pretty similar to us in that respect.
Just try to get your thoughts on this low block, Crypto. Another massive shout out to Brandon, who's saying, hell no, we need to really show our power. Yeah. What power, man? Because you've got that Taiwo t-shirt up there behind you, Crypto. Like, can we even play a low block without him?
I don't think we'll play low block. I think we're going to carry on trying to attack. For me, it would be a bit weird if I now wanted him to low block after calling for him to not low block for the last season or two. So it was interesting, though, the video you did earlier, how your guest was saying that De Zerbi struggles against the low block.
Yeah.
I mean, the one benefit we've got is that we're at home. So, as we say, the fortress, I don't think there's a possibility of losing. But yeah, it may be a draw. The problem for me, and probably what everyone's thinking, is the striker situation. But I don't think we'll low block. I'd like to see us kind of go for it.
But it's Wood's time to shine, isn't it? Now, Crypto. It's Wood's time to shine now. He knows he's got until a new signing comes in, probably in the new year.
Yeah.
So it's his time to show what he can do.
What I was thinking earlier is, when we beat them 3-1 at home, in that first half, we low blocked, but it's in the second half when we came out and attacked and went 2 at the back is when we actually took it to them and won the game. So, yeah, based purely on that alone, although Wolverine's guest was saying they struggle against the low block, it's actually the attacking formation that helped us to win that game last season. So I think he's going to go with something similar to that second half.
With this team struggle against low blocks, team struggle against expansive or whatever. To be honest, I think that, and I've said this before, I think it's midfield, whether you're playing against a low block or an expansive team. If you win the midfield, then you've got a good chance of winning the game. And our midfield's pretty damn good. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think we can win it in midfield. Whether we play more defensively or more progressively, whichever way we play, provided you win that midfield, you've got every chance of winning the game. Mm-hmm. And I think, as I say, I think we've got an excellent midfield. I mean, I'll be honest with you, before Taiwo got injured, I was extremely positive and confident. I'm less so now. But that's obvious, isn't it? You lose your best striker and you're going to be less confident, I suppose.
We're going to lose. Sorry, go on, Crypto.
I was just going to say, the last few games, Taiwo hasn't been in the best form, though. I know, obviously, he did get a goal, but he's looked a bit like he's not match fit to me.
He's injured, isn't he?
Yeah, that's why he's injured. He's not match fit, Ben. He's injured.
Yeah, he just walks around the front of the pitch.
You need to talk about that.
Similar to what Johnson used to do when he never tracked back. But yeah, it's time for him to sort the injury. I almost feel like he probably shouldn't have been played the last few matches if it's made it worse.
Can I just say, just to ruin the flow, because this was just too funny from James there. Hey, as Ian Poulter called for your
You're not a golf fan. He wears the wildest trousers in the world.
Do you know what? Right? True story. I hate Ian Poulter. I really can't stand him. I think he's an absolute knob. He's the only person who's ever blocked me on Twitter. Well, no, actually, all the haters have blocked me now that we're Forest Fan TV. But on my personal account, he's the only person to ever block me because I said to him, "Hi, mate, I've won as many majors in golf as you have." He didn't take too kindly to that. But that comment just absolutely cracked me up. Yes, I know I trolled him. He's the only person I've trolled apart from a couple of Derby players. Anyway, sorry, Dino, you were going to say.
We were going to lose Taiwo anyway in the AFCON, weren't we? So
yeah,
there's not a great deal of difference really. other than the fact that it will force us out to go and get a it forces out to go and get a striker, and I think we will. You know, you can't criticise too much because we've got a great, like I said, goalkeeper, defensive midfielder. We're sorted, man, and on the bench for those positions. Just got one place to do, and if we can make a couple of signings in any of those 3 areas up front in Jan, then we'll be all right again.
You're all missing the point.
Kind of stick it out and grind some results out.
Honestly, you're all missing the big ass elephant / package in Ez's trousers in the room right now. Forget low block, forget Taiwo being out, forget every other formation and things like that. Why is no one else worried apart from me about this whole thing that Brighton have not won in 6 matches and their next game is against Forest? It's like, are your memory short? Does that Foresty thing not come into your mind?
Seven matches now.
No, if players is crap, they're crap. If they're playing crap, they're playing crap. You don't just all of a sudden turn it on and play well. I mean, would you rather be playing them after 6 wins? Would you rather be playing them after 6 wins on the trot where they've been destroying everybody? Oh, well, they're about to lose against us then, aren't they?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It's just the most Forest thing to do, and that's what worries me more.
Every club says that. Everyone I watch, like Tottenham or Arsenal or Chelsea or whoever it is, typical us, you know, they've not won for, and they come and beat it. Every club says it because somebody always breaks the run at some point against somebody.
It's
not. What I'm saying, Wolfie, is don't worry about it, mate. We'll be all right. That's not going to be the reason. If we don't win, it won't be the reason that it's.
It will 100%. 100%.
We've won without Taiwo. So don't worry about it.
We don't have
front 3 positions.
Yeah, go on, Dino.
I know I get mocked for talking Nico up a bit, but he can put a cross in, man.
He scored.
He put in for Wales.
Yeah, and he scored.
You know, we have got players. I mean, Montiel is another one that can play wide.
Can I just? I've forgotten the fucking word now. Can I just get rid of another little thing? That Chris Ward is not the kind of striker we want to be putting crosses in. The guy can't jump. The guy, that's not his strength.
He can head though. Yeah,
True.
But he's not good at running through the middle because he's not fast enough. He can't keep up.
No, he's not.
And the problem is Morgan
he can score.
Can't pass.
He can get in the right position and he can score. We've seen that, and his career proves it. Also, he's a lot of his play is actually as a setup man for others. You know what I mean? So
he's so far behind the ball usually.
I see him. He's got to run in the side now. It might make a difference. You don't know.
More of a poacher. You know, he's there.
Did you see what Gabriel Jesus said yesterday? And he got all kinds of flack for it. He says actual goal scoring is not my strongest suit, and the world went mad like we didn't all know. Gabriel Jesus is a fucking world-class player. He is magnificent.
What the hell is that?
He's not a natural poacher. That's not his game. Doesn't mean he's shit. I mean,
what's that got to do with anything we're talking about? What literally has that got to do with anything?
Where's Arsenal?
Because people are saying if you're a centre forward, you've got to be a natural poacher, a goal scorer. And I'm saying that's not true. He does a lot of other things. Why am I defending Chris Wood? Is shit. You just got me. You just got me going on.
I want to know if we can ever go through a Forest stream without bringing up Arsenal. I don't mind Arsenal, but I'll tell you what, man. Even though my son supports them, I'm starting to get sick of hearing about them, man. I have to hear about from him.
Let me tell you something. When fucking Erling Haaland comes out in International Week and says my strength is not goal scoring, we'll talk about Erling Haaland, but he didn't. It happened to be Gabriel Jesus.
He's more related to Forest. At least his dad played for Forest, man. At least you could link that back in. Well, Jesus, man. I mean, freaking, unless you're going on Christian Jesus.
People are saying that Wood should score more goals. That's his job. And I'm saying, no, that's not his job. He has other things.
What is his job?
He's a striker. Right?
What is his job?
That's what I'm saying.
Please don't say to hold the ball up.
You have just proved my point, mate. He's a striker.
Don't say to hold the ball up.
Don't say to hold the ball up. Think about it.
I literally have no idea what you're talking about. Are you saying that Wood should not be scoring goals? Are you saying Wood should not be scoring goals?
No, I'm not saying Wood. I'm saying that isn't. I think, are they? That scoring goals is not Chris Wood's strongest part, but everybody keeps acting as if it is, and it isn't. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you need to score goals.
And then you get people like Crypto saying, yeah, but he's a striker. So's Gabriel Jesus. Mate.
What are you talking about?
Dino, am I making sense, or are these two just thick as shit?
Mate, I've never known anybody lose it over fuck all as much as you.
I've not lost it. I'm only pulling your leg. Fucking hell, man. Come on, let's have a bit of excitement.
Based
Let's
on
get back to Wood.
We should bring back Andre Ayew because he can't score. So he's the perfect striker. We'll just stick him up front. So you're
putting Andre Ayew as the same sort of striker as Chris Wood, are you?
Well,
that's not what he said.
No,
I'm asking the question.
Chris Wood can score goals.
I'm asking the question. You're talking absolute out your arse, total bollocks. Right? You've got people who are saying Chris Wood is not a natural goal scorer. That is not his job, despite being a striker, as is demonstrated by other strikers that are not similar mould, but whose strongest point isn't scoring lots of goals.
What are you saying? And hold
on. Quite a good finisher.
And expecting him to score lots of goals when that's not his primary strength. Why are you doing it?
So why did we get rid of
sounding like these thick idiots on other channels that say Jesus is crap because he don't score? You what? Are you fucking joking? The guy's world class. What are you talking about? Well, no, it's crap. He don't score enough goals.
Go on, bring that Surridge point up to Ant.
Yeah, maybe we should bring back Sam Surridge then, because he's the
Why?
best.
Surridge is crap at everything. What are you talking about, man?
And I don't get what you're saying about Wood.
Not have the experience of scoring in the Premier League like Wood has.
Hold on, I'm just going for some popcorn.
Hold on, and just so I can understand, I know you've got 2 weeks built up of no grumpy old Reds in you, and it's all coming out, right? What are you actually saying about Chris Wood? Are you saying he's shit, or are you saying he can't score, or are you saying he should score? That's what we don't get. What are you saying?
I'm saying he's shit. He can't score. Why are people asking him to? Because that's not what he does. That's what I'm saying.
All right. So what are you saying he does do?
Yeah. What should he do?
He brings other people into play. Steve Cooper's told me this, right? He's told me himself that he brings other people into play and he does a lot of work off the ball that people don't notice. Now, if Steve Cooper says that, it must be true.
They said that about
when you were having a pint with him at the Larwood, by any chance?
Jeff, don't start that, mate. Depends on your definition of world class. My definition of world class is top 3 to 5 in the world. If you're saying he's not top 3 type in the world of that sort of,
come on,
just
nip on us.
Just try me. Come on.
As long as he got the trousers on us.
Listen, you know I'm not Wood's greatest fan. I don't know why we're talking about Jesus, but
you know what? I don't even know what we're talking about.
We've got Wood's our man for the next month or so. So let's back him, man, and see if he can bag get some points like he's done before.
Chris Wood will score goals. He's already got 3, I think, this season.
Yeah, he's got 3 this season.
More than the entire Man U strike
force. Just leave. Honestly, you don't want to come into this. You've just joined at the wrong moment. Well, you may have joined at the right moment. He's come down now off his sugar rush.
Yeah.
Brendan, if you don't fucking start using personal insults, I shall fucking ban you, mate. No personal insults. Thank you very much. Tell you what, Brendan, get on the fucking thing now. Come on, let's see you, mate.
Hey, calm. Calm down.
Hey, we love Brendan. We love Brendan. All right.
Brendan's he banters with all of us. So.
Oh, and you stupid. Jesus is crapple and Wood's brilliant. I don't mind him saying that, but when they're personal, I don't like it.
No, he said you're full of shit. I can't agree.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that.
It's true. It's true.
It's true. Look, it's true.
I can say it.
Oh,
you can say you're full of shit. Let's move on.
Crypto, follow that one.
Can I, one more thing, right? Serious now. The fun's over. Time to talk seriously. We need to have a conversation about Tai Awoniyi.
Okay.
Because I'm starting to get to the stage now where I'm not there yet. I love the guy to bits. Please, people, I love the guy to bits. I think he's a fantastic striker. But we can't keep injury after injury after injury after injury.
Time out. You said he's a striker. Can we just double check? Is he meant to score goals or is he not? I'm not sure where we stand with this one.
Don't wind him up anymore. Don't wind him up anymore.
Taiwo Wanyi's primary asset is scoring goals. That's what we bought him for. If you think we bought Chris Woods to score loads of goals, then you are mental.
All right, let's carry on.
Has never happened, and
I like where you're going. I like where you're going.
I know where you're going with this, Ant. It is a worry in my mind as well that he is going to be this injury-prone striker. But I love him. He's probably my favourite Forest player in the current squad. But he does worry me with his. This is the second time on this operation, isn't it?
Yeah.
For this injury, for the same injury in the groin.
Yeah.
I don't know. So we do need backup. I mean, he's kind of our not only striker. That's disrespectful to the others, but he's our key man up there, isn't he? It would be nice to have another one like that.
Our backup strikers are not a similar style of play to Taiwo. I think we kind of
non-goal scorers, Crypto.
Yeah, basically. Although that's ironic because Chris Wood scored more goals than the whole of Man United. But anyway, we need a similar style of striker to Taiwo, I think, who can play in a similar role, so that when Morgan Gibbs-White and Elanga are playing, it's not too much of a change for them. Whereas I think with someone like Chris Wood, the front line almost has to change to work around him.
Yeah, but I think where Ant's going with this, boys, I'm struggling to read Ant tonight, right? Is he saying, is he now becoming a problem that almost, and I don't know if I'm taking it a step further than you want, Ant, but are you saying, should we be recruiting in front of him now rather than behind him? Do we need an actual number 9?
That is brilliant what you've just said, because I was going to, because it matches my opinion. I was going to say, in my opinion, we don't now need as you've said, a striker to back up Taiwo. We've got to try and find one where Taiwo is competing with the new one, because we can't rely on the guy. And I love him to bits, but I've seen this script before.
Yeah. You look at Dean Henderson, for example, when he had that injury kicking, and it was a tear, wasn't it? It was a zip, what they call a zip tear. So once if it's not fully repaired, it will just tear like that, like a zip going down. And he did it again, didn't he? Because they brought him back too early. It's at Palace, wasn't it? He gets Palace.
Just 1 second, Dino. Just sorry, because Brandon, do not feel bad.
Yeah, he was only
not feel bad. Ant's only joking around with you. Yeah, you're part of the family.
Brandon, I'm sorry, mate. Honest to God, I love you, guy. You're on here regularly, and I love you. I'm only kidding. And
Brandon, you got him at the top of his run, right at the top,
because I'm trying to, give everybody a good time. Honestly, mate, I love you, guy.
And honestly, what you said is so true. The rest of us panelists,
that's the thing. It hurt me because it's true.
Just talk shit. Yeah.
But don't worry, keep taking the piss out of him. You have my permission to. You have my permission. Yeah.
On the Dean Henderson thing, everybody said when we lost Dean Henderson, we won't have another goalkeeper now who's as good, but we did. So if we brought in someone, in our minds, it's hard to find someone better than Awani, but there will be strikers out there who are at least the same level. We just think because he's so good that he's the best we can get. But it's proved wrong in other positions.
Mark,
you know what? You're right.
You'll have to watch it back, Mark.
Maybe we'll find Gabriel Jesus in the January transfer window.
Oh my God!
You know what I would do with Awani with his injury? If it means that we can get a semi-decent striker in January, and we're linked to that 29-year-old German, aren't we? But if it means that we'll have a longer career with no injuries with Taiwo, I wouldn't play him till next season.
I'll tell you what, that duck.
If it means that.
Yeah, but Dino, that
what would you do to replace it though? Would you?
Yeah, but the Ducks guy, I'll tell you now, because this is post-Watershed. He's shit. I don't want him. Yeah. From the strikers we've been linked with, Guirassy is ridiculously good. Now, he may just be going through a purple patch. That's my worry with him. And Marco Leonardo, Arsenal, I can't believe I said the A word. Arsenal are really now strongly linked with him this week. I don't think we'll get Guirassy. I think he's too hot, and his stake is.
We don't need a purple patch. We need somebody on a lilac patch. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be full purple.
Yeah.
Anybody will one of these Brazilian kids, like, go on, sorry, go on.
No, mate, you carry on. No, you carry on.
I can't do no.
I was just going to say one of these Brazilian kids, that we've managed to, bag the likes, the South Americans like Murillo and, Danilo. It just, I don't know. It just feels like, should we take a risk and get somebody like that?
That's Leonardo. That's the one we got, Dino, in Leonardo, who we were linked heavily with in the summer, but now all the big boys, Arsenal, Ants boys want him as well now. Go on.
Two quick points. Yeah. One, I'm a bit concerned with this Guirassy. What, 29?
No, 26. You're thinking of duck shit.
Duck shit. Yeah. The German guy's 29.
Yeah,
29.
Yeah, Guirassy's 27. I think
he's had about 14 or 15 games and scored loads of goals. That kind of worries me. What, 29? Where's he been?
Yeah, never heard of him.
Just a worry.
No,
it could be just a purple patch.
You're mixing them up, man. You're mixing them up. Duck shit is 29. He's scored 5 goals Guirassy in 10 games. Guirassy's 27. He's just turned 27. So he's a couple of years younger.
It's the same. It's the same thing. It's like when these players come out. No, what I mean is when the players at that age and all of a sudden, they scored a few goals and they go, up the price range. It worries me because where they've been for the last 10 years.
Late bloomers.
Okay, that's the first thing. It's just I think that's a genuine.
I think it's a fair point. Yeah.
And the other thing, and I'm going to have to mention that team. I shall try not to, but you said that Leonardo's been looked at by. If you remember, Danilo was, and so was Sangare. So maybe we're on for 3 out of 3 nickings.
Are you talking about Forest nicking or Arsenal nicking? Sometimes I can't.
Forest nicking, you off.
Just checking.
Oh
just checking.
God.
Yeah, but it's okay. So I know this is going to be an awkward question, but I want to get the chat's thoughts on it. Because I kind of feel that there is a small percentage of the fan base kind of giving up on Taiwo, like with this injury thing. Ben, you got his shirt there. Are you in that boat yet?
No, I mean he was injured before, wasn't he? And then he came back and had the best time of his career with Forest. So I definitely wouldn't give up on him. It's not his fault that he's injured. So I'm sure he'll come back stronger. But we definitely do need a replacement because although I think Chris Wood can finish, but I don't think the style of play is right for him. For me, he's more of a poacher. But yeah, I wouldn't give up on Taiwo. He's already proved that he can be one of our best players. If he was fully fit, I think he'd be scoring pretty much every game.
Would you try?
It's time for the midfielders to step up as well.
That's the problem, though. That's the problem if he's fully fit. I agree with you, but that's the problem. It's only a worry. I'm not saying get rid of Taiwo. I'm just saying it's a worry. And at some point, if after he comes back after his next one, he breaks down again.
Yeah, if he's prone.
Other teams are doing the same thing.
Next season.
Chelsea are doing it with Reece James. Is he ever going to be fit? You do see this happen sometimes. And let's pray that it doesn't. But I'm just saying at some point, I mean, how many games has he missed, Dina? Do you know that out of how many available? What's his percentage of missed games? It's a lot, isn't it? It's got to be. It just seems to. He never seems to be like Taiwo's fit, great. He's always either coming back for an injury and you're worried about him, and then or he's injured.
Yeah,
these reoccurring injuries can finish careers, though. That's the problem. Yeah, not finish it immediately, but like reoccur.
It's a bit like
I'm worried about him every time he plays. I'm worried he's going to get injured.
Yeah.
And
he's just got to manage him, getting 70 minutes a game out of Taiwo. And he used to do it out of Mangala, didn't he? But getting 70 minutes out, but I wouldn't rush him back on this occasion. I wouldn't. But I would, to back up Wood, these midfielders have got to bag some goals, man. They've got to start putting in, dipping in.
But don't you think the substitute strikers should be at a level where they should be scoring as well? Really, I mean, Origi. If you don't think
Origi's not been bought to score goals,
Origi's not had a chance.
Hold on, let Crypto finish. Let Crypto finish. You two, go on.
Origi in previous lives was well known as a super sub. He's no longer that for us. He doesn't do anything when he comes on. He did have that shot last game, which nearly went in, to be fair. But we need backups on the bench, which can, because Dino, if you're saying Awani can only play for 70 minutes, then what happens after 70 minutes?
Yeah,
we need.
Origi's not had a going back to Origi. I don't think he's not had anywhere near the crack of the whip. A bit like, I mean, even less than Dennis.
But that's
about Dennis not being. I mean, can any of these loans come back? Can Dennis return? Dennis. They're both in positions that we need in those three up front. We're covered south of the halfway line. We're covered.
Yeah. We need someone.
I guess can't be choosers. We've got FFP. You know, a lot of clubs are in FFP trouble at the minute, and we've got to be careful at what we spend and how we spend it. So surely bring those players back.
All right, I'm going to throw a little curveball out here. Okay, it's going to sound a little bit left field, but with Elanga maybe missing out tomorrow, would anyone consider a 4-3-1-2 with Wood and Origi up front with Morgan Gibbs-White in the hole? Chat, what do you think of that? And I have seen a few comments in the preview video from yesterday where some were saying that, but would anyone risk that? Dino, kick us off on that.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we don't leave 2v1 down the sides, that's the issue with playing that formation. So, you know, you two wide midfield, you two midfielders, you know, you got your central midfielders, you've got three in midfield, the two, they've got to push out to help the fullbacks. And we can't play fullbacks that bomb forward if we do that. Otherwise, we'll get torn to pieces down the left and right.
I definitely wouldn't do that purely on the basis that if one of them then gets injured, then you really are screwed, because then you have no backup striker whatsoever.
Probably improve.
Strikerless. We'll go false nines all the way.
We go false nine with Morgan Gibbs-White up front. He can kick it into.
He can't score either.
No, we've done false nine when we've had strikers. We can do it when we've got no strikers. Don't worry.
Yeah. I mean, put Murillo up front. He's probably the best striker.
Oh, God, Murillo, please don't let that run mask the fact that he's not a striker.
He's injured as well.
Sick of hearing about Murillo. Try him up front.
But there has been a few games where, probably in desperation, Cooper's put Wood and Origi on at the same time in the last, 5 to 10 minutes, and nothing's really happened. To me, it's like they're just there to kind of, get the ball up the pitch, but there's no end result that comes from it.
Emma's put just let's play in a straight line.
I've got a much simpler reason why not to play that formation, and that's that you're playing two strikers up front. Neither of them can score,
and the number 10 who can't assist or score.
Another 10 who can't assist.
Let's move on from that idea.
Wait. What's confusing me is all three of you have sat here and said Wood can't score. He's saying he's not even a striker or whatever. He
can't score.
No, I think Wood can score, but as a poacher.
No, what I'm saying is,
I just looked at Chris Wood's record to try and prove that he was a good goal scorer.
He's got loads.
I've given up.
He's got loads of goals.
We've got to get away. He's not good in the air. He's not good in the air. He's not. I know he's tall, but it doesn't mean you're good in the air.
This point.
I got pilloried for saying that.
Wait, he's not good in the air. But, it can be our poachers. To be a poacher, let's put the balls in from the wide areas low into the box.
Do you know what I do? I'd put Danilo as cam. If we were to do that, I don't think we should.
He's injured, you idiot.
No, you say that, but Cooper said in his interview that he's injured. I don't think he really is injured.
Basically, what you're all saying is you ain't got a clue about what tomorrow.
Nicky Worrell up front.
I don't think Danilo's injured. Yeah, put Worrell up front.
But here's what I don't understand. This is why I sometimes wondered to myself, should I just go back to the Wolverine channel, right? Because all three of you came on and said, we're going to smash them, we're going to beat them, we're going to beat them.
We're still going to beat them because they're even worse than us.
Yeah, but when I asked you about goal scorers, you said we couldn't score, in a brothel kind of thing here.
Who said that? Who said that and when?
Don't put words into our mouth.
No, exactly.
We just said our strikers can't score goals. We didn't say anybody else. We got.
I didn't say that either. I didn't say our strikers can't score goals.
No, I said to you, I think Wood is capable of scoring. Wood is capable of
scoring, and Origi's not had a chance. That's all I've said. So don't put words in their mouth. Right. Listen. Adoy, Emma, is back on the grass. So I don't know what that means, whether he's mowing the grass, but he's about to start training, but he's unlikely to be there tomorrow.
I've just got this vision of Chris Wood in training, doing like, I don't know, 100 shots on goal, and he just misses every single shot.
Saving them for match day, mate. Don't you always think, when a player scores a fantastic goal in the warm-up, they think, oh, he should have saved that for the game. There you go.
Brighton fan channels, they'll be having the same conversation that we're having now.
Oh, they won't. Not like we've just had.
They will. I promise they will. They will. We're not doing very well. We've gone down from last season. We've got all these injuries. De Zerbi's been tracked by Real Madrid. Do you know what I mean? They'll be having all these conversations. And here we are, negative versus negative.
No,
we can beat these tomorrow. Yeah. And guys, it's not Sunday. It's tomorrow.
We've got to go into it.
I haven't even set up the watch along yet, man. I'm so used to Sundays, man. I've got a long night ahead of me. I can promise you there won't be.
Right, should we have a little 10-minute serious chat about the game? Rather than
we can try.
Was it?
We can try. No. Oh my word! You mean you meant all that?
Just before you get into the serious chat, all those emojis, Paul, you just need to be a member. Exclamation mark member. It's only 99p, and you will get all the match day goals live as they come in, as well as Menga perps. Mouth slipper. And also we will have that member stream that we promised you. Now that we got the band back together, we'll squeeze it in sometime in the next 2 weeks. We promise. If you guys think this one's been crazy, oh my God. And just very quickly, there's well over 200 of you in here. Thank you for chilling with us. I don't know how you listen to this, but only 67 likes. Please hit that like button if you haven't already. And we are literally 12 subscribers away from 15K. So if you haven't subscribed, please do. If you've got a secondary account on your phone or whatever, hit that subscribe button with that. Let's see if it gets 15K before kickoff, which will guarantee Forest beat Bournemouth, Brighton, even without a striker, according to these guys. Go on,
hey, 67 likes means that there's 133 that don't like it. That's what I'm reading into that.
That would make sense to me. I'm really surprised there's that many that like it. Go on, and kick us off with this serious convo.
Yeah. Okay. So we're playing Brighton tomorrow.
Hold up. Because Brandon, the guy you hate, yeah.
I don't hate. I love Brandon.
Thank you so much, Brandon. I love you, Brandon. Dino does. Crypto does as well. Jonathan, make sure you show some love to the legend that is Brandon, who's just gifted you a membership. And if you're not going to the match, make sure you tune into the watch along and you'll see the goals as they all go in from Chris Wood tomorrow. Go on and kick us off with this serious stuff. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, so obviously we're playing Brighton tomorrow. Both teams have got injuries, as we know. So it's just a case of who can handle the injuries the best. I think it's absolutely vital they've got the likes of Mitoma out because he is rapid and he's a good player and he's very, very dangerous. For us, if you look at who we've got out, we've got cover in most places. In fact, we've got cover everywhere, really.
Up front.
It's just that obviously there's a slight drop in quality when you bring that. But that's the same for every team. So I think if we play to our potential, no low block, just play as we've been playing, to our potential, win that midfield battle, which we've got every chance of doing. If we play, Sangare, Dominguez, and Mangala, or my favourite, Sangare, Mangala, Danilo, then I think we've got every chance of winning that midfield and pressing forward. And despite the jokes and the laughs we've had about Chris Wood, the guy can score. You've seen him score goals, he can score. I think we've got every chance. And if Elanga's fit, that's a massive bonus, in my opinion, because the speed he's got and the potential to create that he has, I think is a real positive for us. So with that in mind, I think we've got every chance of winning tomorrow.
Before you jump in, Ben, we've just had a disaster. Sharky, what have you done, Sharky? Sharky, I love you, bro, and thank you so much for the gifted membership. But look who it went to, bro. You gave it to a Geordie. I know it's random. I know it's not your fault. Thank you so much for
it.
And then,
hold on, while you're on that train of thought, there's another one. Thank you, Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Who's this gone to?
And that's gone to. I can confirm. Pat is not just a legend. It's not just a Pat. Nice. He's in every stream, every comment. Love Pat. Nice, Pat. Thank you so much, Pat. Yeah. And very quickly, I just quickly need to check on the kids because they've gone quiet and that really worries me. £2 on Wood to not do his job and score. Love it. Love that one. Hey, we love you too. We love you too, Geordie. But thank you to all of those who have just gifted subs and for the donations. I'm going to check on the kids. They've really gone quiet.
I'll tell that. Well, yeah.
You tell.
I'll tell them a quick story then. Last season, when Chris Wood finished off that 19-goal move by brilliantly slotting it into the back of the net, I came out of the ground and I'd forgotten. I was that excited with drawn to Man City. I'd forgotten that Wolfie was doing a live stream with the match watch along and the player ratings and stuff. So I rang him up, get excited, and I was going, best fucking striker ever, Chris Wood is magnificent. And I didn't know that he had it on live on the bloody stream whilst I was doing it all. So yeah, it's giving me excitations that he has from time to time.
Crypto, you worried?
No,
you've got to believe we can win, man.
I think we'll win. I had the same belief when we played Villa. I think you've got to go in there with the thought that you can win. Steve Coop said earlier, which I thought was quite interesting, that without trying to make an excuse, he said, "Look, we've got players who can cover that position." So he must have the belief that someone can step up, whether it's Wood or Origi, can step up and get us the win. One thing I was going to ask you guys is, I'll ask it to you, Dino, because the other two have gone. Do you think there should be more pressure on Elanga to improve his finishing? Because Elanga, for me, is probably one of our best players. He gets into the good positions. He's fast. He can beat the centre backs or the wing backs. He can create a lot of chances, but he can't seemingly finish, apart from obviously the goal that he scored. But
just be on that, Dino. Sorry. I don't know if you saw this when I was screaming at you.
Sorry.
No.
Thank you so much, Jeff, for gifting a sub. And I think that one's gone. Sorry, that's gone to Paul, who's definitely a red. So, Paul, make sure you show Jeff some love. And talking about our beautiful JoJo's in the chat as well.
Jojo.
Beautiful voice. How are you, JoJo? Good to see you. So, please answer that question, Adina, because I'm intrigued on this Elanga chat. What do you think about Elanga? Like, has he got the potential, or is this his limit?
Yeah, he's still young. He's still relatively young. He's been a bit player at Manchester United. A fairly toxic club, you've got to say, haven't you? I mean, they've been toxic for a lot of years. Since Fergie left, they've been toxic, in my opinion. So I think he's got potential. Let's be honest, Crypto. If he was a finisher with his pace, and he wouldn't be playing for Forest. With respect, he wouldn't be playing for Forest.
On that, Dino, sorry to interrupt you. Do you think he's better than Johnson?
I think the different players. Johnson was very much sounds awful, but a kick and rush merchant, wasn't he? It was just pure pace. I mean, it was between the first and the second fastest in the league. It was him and Walker, wasn't it, that was fighting each other in terms of the actually paciest. Yeah. And Forest used to just put the ball behind the defender and he just run onto it. Once they put the ball to his feet, Johnson kind of didn't have a good percentage of getting anywhere past the defender. I think Elanga's a better dribbler. I think Hudson-Odoi is the best dribbler in the front three, to be honest, but that's another point. Elanga, I think he gets in better positions than Jono, but his finishing's not that great. But he'll come good. He'll come good. He's not really had that many games for United. Not really. He's played a lot of bit parts off the bench and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think they are very similar, but I would say Jono is ahead of him, to be honest, because Jono can score goals. I think they're both push and run merchants with pace, but Jono's got the better finish. I don't think there's any debate on that. Yeah. Elanga will get better, in my opinion, but I don't know if Here's the thing that annoys me about Elanga is there's been 2 matches so far. The last one against West Ham, and I can't remember who we played where the other fullback got booked a couple of games before. I think it might have been Burnley. Correct me if I'm wrong. Both of them got booked early, and we didn't really force the play down his wing to really get him in against it. And I don't know if that's a team thing or what have you, but I feel there needs to be a bit more football brain. Do you know what I'm saying? Where it's like sometimes you got to play a little dirty.
He look up,
MGW, look up.
Yeah,
I was going to say the same. He doesn't. He gets past people, but then he doesn't pass it away. I don't know if it's him being selfish. Hopefully, it's not. But it's probably him not looking up to. He's running at such pace that he has no idea where everybody else is behind him.
It's kind of Forrest Gump, isn't it? It's run, Forrest, run Elanga, run, and then suddenly, oh shit, there's the byline. I better look up now. And the way in a second, Nicky, apologies. I was out the room when this one came through. 199 to Ez with a long dong for a short guy. Oh, trust me, there was nothing in those trousers. I can assure you, we got a full glance.
You'll have to watch
he had nothing to be ashamed of.
Go on, and pitch in. No pun intended.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, right. I don't know why we're still discussing that Spurs player, but anyway, I'll settle for that. I think Elanga's got more skill.
For Spurs, I just connected. Sorry.
Oh, don't make me laugh. You know, I'm all right when I'm scowling and shouting, but when I laugh, it bloody kills. Work that one out. I love Brandon. It's good. Anyway, yeah, I think Elanga's got more skill. But as you quite rightly said, Jono's finishing is far, far better. That's something you can improve with coaching and practice. You can improve. I don't know where we're getting this idea that Jono was great at assisting and passing. There were many, many times last season when we were fuming with Jono for not passing when he should have done. So I'm not so sure on that. Elanga needs to improve his shooting and his assisting, if you like. But there is definitely potential there. I think, if I'm honest, I honestly don't know which one I'd prefer. At the moment, I prefer Elanga because he plays for us, and what I've seen is very exciting. I can see lots of potential there. But that's how I feel about it. They're not really the same player. Elanga's far trickier.
Who's got the better ceiling?
Oh, that's a good question. I honestly don't know because it's an obvious thing to say. It depends on how they develop, doesn't it?
I always saw Jono as being like very good one-dimensional.
Yeah, that's.
But see, Elanga a little bit different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's more skillful. He does more things, doesn't he? He does more different things.
Yeah, Crypto. What do you think? Who's the better ceiling between those two?
I think it depends on the coach. I think.
Ooh. See that curveball coming there.
I think we'll see in a season or two's time who's improved most, and then we'll grant it to the coach.
Okay.
I think it's Jono. I'll be honest with you guys. I do. I just think Jono's got a natural eye for finishing. I know he's heavily one-footed and he can't header a ball to save his life, but he just has a knack for scoring. Let's not forget how many goals he got in the championship. I know it's in the championship, but even last season. However, I think we are being a little harsh on Elanga because he himself has got more goals than the entire Man U starting lineup as well. He's got 2. Yeah,
it's your favorite stat, isn't it?
I love that stat. He's also our top assister even in the league with 3.
The important thing is the consistency. That's the most important thing.
Yeah,
because Jono was fire and then nothing, and then fire and then nothing. I think it's not about the attributes and the skills that you can bring to the pitch. It's what you bring to the pitch every week for me.
Yeah.
Do you not feel that Elanga gets more involved in the game as well? He tends to move into positions where he's whereas Jono did tend to just stick on that wing, and if the ball wasn't near him, he just stood around. Elanga seems to be more involved in the game to me.
Yeah, I think Elanga will come really good. I really do. I'd
also add on the Elanga thing, go watch his tweet that he put out. He is in pristine shape, man. I don't know if you've seen it on your timeline today, Ant, but he's literally doing all these like suicide runs and all this crap, and he's in good shape. I think he's gonna come good. I think Jono's got a better footballing brain, is what I'd say. And to me, that's stuff that can't really be taught. Like Jono knows when to shoot. Yeah, he probably could have crossed the ball in a few more times. You're right, Ant, last season, but he started to learn that and develop it towards the end. Look, there's a reason Jono was 48 million and Elanga was 15. Yeah, at the end of the day.
Yeah, because Man U are stupid and they sell their players dead cheap, don't they?
The massive elephant in the room isn't MGW for a change. It is, for me, it is those front three. Do we bring back Dennis and Scarpa?
Yes.
First of all, can we? And then do we? Because they're on our books. There must be a recall.
I think Scarpa's pretty much gone, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But if you're short of wingers, why not bring Dennis back? I don't get it.
I'll tell you now, there's no way in hell Dennis will play under Cooper. No way in hell.
Yeah. They've finished. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
That's not going to happen. As much as I think it's a tragedy because Dennis is a player in there, there's no way in hell it's going to happen. I don't even think dwell on it too much, even though I'm 100% for both of them coming back. But let's move on to talk about the defense because Murillo looks like he's out. Let's assume he's out unless he's got some miracle hamstrings. This could be an interesting one. Who partners Niakate if you think Niakate would start? Crypto, kick us off on this one and chat. Who are your two centre backs for tomorrow?
So for me, it's going to have to be Bolly. Bolly's got the experience. Bolly's been playing well pretty much every match. I'd really like to see Felipe back, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. I mean, the Felipe Niakate partnership last season was really good. So, but yeah, it's got to be Bolly for me. I'd still like to see Amabama Delhi play, but we haven't seen him at all. So, what he's like, I have no idea. But Bolly was consistent prior to being switched out for Niakate. So I'd bring him back in. He is obviously a different player though to Murillo. He's not as fast. He does stay back quite a lot. Murillo is more like an attacking centre back, which you don't see very much of these days. But Bolly's he's a solid defender. I don't think he's really done that much wrong.
Would you keep Niakate in there still as well, alongside him?
Yeah, I'd have Niakate and Bolly. Niakate for me brings not just the defence, but the throw-ins, which are actually better. We said this last time. The Morgan Gibbs-White's crosses and corners. So that does help in the attacking sense. But Niakate for me, the last few matches, he's been my man of the match. He clears every ball away. He's good at blocking. He's good at tackling. I'd definitely keep him in there. For me, Niakate would probably be my captain if I had the choice.
I'd agree with that. And would you bring Bolly in?
Right,
let me just add a little bit of a twist for you. Felipe's fit. Let's just say make work on that assumption. Felipe's fit.
Yeah, I was going to say to you, if Felipe is fully fit and ready for a match, then it's got to be Felipe. There's no difficult decision to be made. It's Felipe. He's the best defender in the club when he's fully fit. However, he's not played. We don't know the situation with him. So why are we even concerned that Bolly could come back? And let's not forget, before Bolly was out, before Bolly was out, he was pretty much, if not the best player. If he wasn't our best performing player before he was certainly up there as one of them. So we shouldn't have we shouldn't have any fears about bringing Bolly back. He's a really good defender. Amadama Belly.
Belly?
Yeah, Belly. Amadama Belly.
It's a disease.
Is an interesting one because I personally have never seen him play. He comes with a massive reputation, but obviously you can't just dump him in. You know, you've got to introduce him at some point. But I don't think this is the game to do that. So I would go for Bolly, and I don't have any worries about him. You know, I'm not. It's not a massive downgrade, is it?
You know,
sorry, Emma, what are you talking about? The moment we said the Felipe word, your eyes lit up, right? So don't ask us why we're talking about it. I saw your eyes light up.
Plus, we've done the front to death, haven't we? We've done the front line to death. I agree. I don't think we've got a problem with the defence. You know, Niakate, Bolly for me has been the player of the year so far for me, right? Solid. We've not got many more years with Bolly, but while he's hot and consistent, like I mentioned before, I would play him next to Niakate. I would think that they could handle Brighton personally. But if we don't play him and Felipe's fit, although he's not match fit, as I think Nicky's point earlier, I think it was, he's not match fit. That's a little bit different. When you're a defender, it's not so bad. He's an almost world-class player for me, Felipe. He's one of the best defenders we've ever had. So he's an option. And the other option, like you say, is Omar Babadeli, which he'd be chomping at the bit to have a go. So there's 4 to go into 2 there. We've not got a problem there. So it's like he could almost like pick it out of a hat.
Dino,
go on, Ben.
I was just going to say, because Omar Babadeli hasn't played yet at all. I don't believe he's made the bench either. So let's say, you know, we don't know about him. If Felipe is not fit, who would you have as the defender on the bench? Would you bring back Worrell?
Yeah.
I'm a Damabelli.
No, without Omar Babadeli and let's say Felipe and Omar Babadeli's out, 100% bring back Worrell. He's not let us down.
He just wants to get Worrell back in the side. We know he's a genius.
A little bit, but not as much as you lot go on about.
Okay.
So I think the bigger question is: do we keep Aina and Toffolo, or do we bring Aurier back, or what?
One at a time. In terms of position, I got to take issue with Dino. Sorry to butt in. I can't let it go. Sure. When he said Felipe's not match fit, do you know how much I hate that line? Because I'm just going to ask you this, Dino: how do you get match fit?
Playing matches.
Okay, so is this chicken?
I don't disagree. Listen, I don't disagree with you, but normally, I mean. Back in the day, we used to have a reserve side, not an under-23 side. And that was great because the old reserves, this is what it was there for. You blood your kids in there and you get your people coming back from injury in there. So reserves were great. I wish they'd go back to it.
He did that. Felipe played last week in the reserves. He got through it fine. That's why I think he will start tomorrow.
I didn't know that, but that's great. You know, I'd love to see him again because he's such a baller, man. He's just so cool and calm. He can read the game like nobody else I've seen at Forest.
And
I agree. And people have forgotten how good he was, haven't they?
Mm.
Who's that? Oh, Ant.
Yeah. Well, and Emma.
Bolly, I love Bolly. I think Bolly's really. I didn't think he was a good signing when we got him, but he's really shut me up, man. Because he's.
Can
great.
I just assure Emma? Niakate is not injured, Emma.
Okay, that's good news.
Fine.
All right, let me just ask you this though, because we're all saying Bolly is player of the season so far, or candidate, should we say?
I'm saying it.
All right, well, okay. A lot of people would say Bolly is candidate for player of the season, right?
So far.
But is he what we need in defense? Now, what do I mean by this? He's a blocker, isn't he? Like, he's a brick wall. Not a lot gets past him, but I don't see him as a progressor from the back. And I feel, or at least I want to feel and hope, that's what Cooper's trying to build towards. That's why we've seen Murillo come in, and that's why we've seen Niakate come in. So I'm going to make poor Crypto sweat this question out. Is Bolly wrong for the style that maybe Cooper's trying to work towards, as good as he is?
You see, it's an interesting question because what I would have done personally last match with James Ward-Prowse playing is I would have not played Murillo. I would have played Bolly and Niakate. Because although Murillo can head the ball away, he's not as tall as Bolly. And I think Bolly would have done a better job in and around the box while James Ward-Prowse is whipping the crosses in. So I think you can almost play them tactically. I think they can do slightly different roles. Bolly is taller. He's probably stronger. He's better at heading the ball while he's jumping. Whereas Murillo, for me, would be kind of utilized in a more attacking formation. If you were trying to, get a goal back or go ahead. So I think we've got a good combination there. And as we've said before, like, it's good for the players to have competition. They should try and win their place back every week. You'd hope that, on the training field, etc., that they're trying to be the people who make the team sheet.
That's a good point you made about Bolly there. about against Ward Prowse with the aerial. I think that's a great point. So, yeah, I mean, you can't, Wolverine, you can't have two progressive central defenders.
Why?
Just have one, because you just get caught out, both going out at the same time. Just have one.
Both go out at the same
Murillo's
time.
enough. I know he's injured for tomorrow, but Murillo's enough in terms of his passing is next level. So you just need a stopper next to him for me.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I agree. I agree with Dino.
Brazil.
I agree with Dino.
We're not there yet. Who are you going to progress it to? Nobody up front.
You're saying
you leave it open.
No, you guys are being idiots. You're saying by default, if you have two ball-playing centre-backs, that they have to both go out at the same time. No. If the ball's coming down the left-hand side one progresses it, and the right one stays back.
Yeah, but the temptation
with very intelligent footballers, yes. With very intelligent, well-drilled tactical footballers. Sorry, Crypto, I need to answer to this. Right. You've got a team that's in transition with Forest. We've gone from a massive low block 5-back last year to a more progressive attacking 4-3-3 this year. There's no way that players can just take on that much information for me. All right. One of you goes, one of you stays. I know it sounds obvious. Central midfielders, years gone by, did the same, two attacking midfielders, but they couldn't do it with England, could they? With Gerrard and Lampard, same thing. They were both bombing forward. Problem.
Remember, they should put CDM in.
Why are you trying to make something very complicated when pound for pound, with the injuries that they've got versus the injuries that we've got, and the form that they're in, and we're at home in our fortress? We can beat these.
How is it complicated? One goes forward, one stays back. It's not fucking rocket science.
It isn't rocket science.
I actually agree. I actually agree with that.
Goes wrong.
You can have two ball playing centre halves. You can.
And seriously, I mean, Dino's showing his age.
long as they're both good defensively, then
yeah. But
what's the issue?
But, you know, when
why would you deliberately pick a centre back that's not a very good ball player if you've got one that's equally as good as centre back but he's a ball player?
Thank you.
Yeah, if someone's the best in the air, if Murillo makes a run and he loses the ball near their goal, then you've only got one centre back, and they're going to score a goal. If they break on the counter,
no, you don't, because the CDM like Mangala sits and holds. That's the whole point. You lot don't get tactics, man. That if a centre back releases, a CDM drops into cover,
or you can even have one of your fullbacks tucking in.
Exactly. Honestly,
they'd be running up the pitch with the our midfield, and our centre backs are more like wing backs. They are quite attacking when they need to be. I can't imagine they'd all just sit back in case Murillo makes a mistake up the pitch.
Yeah, but that's tactics. That's where your manager says, if you see Murillo going up the pitch, then you tuck in. That's what the manager does.
If it was that simple, then yes. But
it is that simple.
I don't think the players would do it. I just don't think they would do it.
All right.
I've got an example, but I didn't mention it.
Yeah, let's
Arsenal ban.
Right. Let me just shout Brandon out. Thank you so much for yet another gear legend, Brandon. And that's gone to Jack. Jack, make sure you give Brandon.
He has thanked him. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Sorry if I've missed it. Okay, I'm going to do this. And Georgius, this is on you, bro. I'm going to bring your message up. And you're going to start this one off. The question is MGW still going to be on set pieces? I'm just going to check on the kids while I let Ant start this one off.
No, well, it's very simple. The answer is yes, he will. The next question is, should he? And the answer is no, he shouldn't. He's the last person that I've taking set pieces. I could think of a few others in that team I prefer to take set pieces than MGW. But I think he's been given that job, and I can't see Steve Cooper taking it off him.
Yeah, I tend to agree. Yeah, I tend to agree with that. I think he will be on it, but he shouldn't be on it. I think it's time to give some of the others a go. You know, I know he's injured tomorrow, but I've already said Murillo's the best passer for me in the team. I think Toff can put in a great cross.
Yeah,
brilliant.
Nico, but he don't get games. I just think I don't know this set piece thing. Unless you're elite like Ward Prowse, I don't think it gives massive benefit Because set pieces are about two things, aren't they? They're generally, it's about crossing and heading. Now, we're not actually the best in either of those departments. So we're a bit too far away.
My comment about corners, do you know?
Yeah, no, it's true. The number of corners that happen during a game against the ones that are scored are a very small percentage.
Yeah.
So do we have to focus on set piece takers? I don't think we do. It's like captains for me. They don't mean anything nowadays because there's no strong leaders. I think finding a strong leader is a benefit. Finding a strong dead ball taker is a benefit too now. But it's no good having a dead ball specialist if you can't head it in. And we've got neither. We've got neither.
It does help whether you've got elite goal scorers in the middle or not. It does help if you actually get the ball in there, not hit the first man.
Yeah, exactly.
No, at least you've got a chance. You're giving yourself a chance of a ricochet or something, aren't you?
Yeah.
Who's in the middle?
Anything's better than what we have at the moment, which, like Ant says, is either it hits the wall or it goes out of play.
Yeah, I agree with you, Pat.
Do you agree with what Eddie's saying? Can't believe any professional player can't take a corner or set piece.
100%.
I 100% agree.
100%.
I mean, I used
to all day to practice, haven't they? Every day, all day.
Oh my God, do you all call crypto? I said crypto.
Sorry.
I mean, believe it or not, back in the day, I used to play football, and I don't pretend to be a professional football player, but one of the things I think is easiest is passing the ball, whether it's off the ground or on the ground. It just seems like you kick it towards the people you want to pass it to. I don't understand how they overcomplicate it so much. I would have thought that a professional footballer, whether it's Morgan Gibbs-White or whether it's someone in the under-18s team, would be able to place a ball within a 5-meter square box and just get the ball there 9 times out of 10. I don't understand how it can one time hit the first man, the next time it can virtually go out of play. It just seems, I don't know if it's pressure, I don't know if it's mentality, but for me, a professional footballer should be able to pass a ball pretty simply.
You know, it drives me mad on the training pitch, that little basket they've got. You've seen it against the wall and they're all popping it into the basket, like boom, boom, boom.
Nicky
come to Saturday and they couldn't hit a basket if it was 400 yards wide.
Nicky, you can tell I'm not a professional footballer because I have to wear a 3XL shirt.
You're a wide centre back.
Wide centre back.
Sorry, let me just answer this, Pat. I do agree with you. One goal could win a game, but we don't have a great strike rate at corners. So
I think that James Ward-Prowse shows you that even if you've not got elite strikers in that box, what good corners can do. I mean, Souček, I think it was who scored. He's not an elite goal scorer, but you put that ball in the right place.
He's known for his aerial prowess, though, isn't he?
Yeah, I get
that. Put it right under the ball.
I understand what I'm saying, though. You've always got a chance, haven't you? If you put it in on top of the goalkeeper or whatever, you've got a chance.
Yeah.
You know, if you hit the first man, you haven't. It's fairly simple.
He could put it in under the near post bar and at the far post bar. That's the difference. And everybody panics. So panic stations,
But Morgan Gibbs-White can't even put it into the middle of the box.
This is it.
He can't even do. I mean, we discussed last stream. He can't pass. He can't shoot. He can't skill people out. He can't defend. So all that's really left to do is to sit on the sub bench for me.
You'd sub him?
I wouldn't sub him. I wouldn't start him.
Okay, that's what I mean,
yeah. For me, I like the formation where Elanga is on the right and Cho is on the left. I know Cho is not fit at the moment, but for me, Morgan Gibbs-White, and we said this before. I think you made the point, Wolverine, that when he was dropped for a game or two, he came back and then he did look really good, and the passion was there, and he was playing really well. But it seems like to me when he gets kind of settled in, he doesn't care. I mean, he probably does care, but he doesn't. The passion's not there. He makes mistakes. It's almost like he feels like he's guaranteed a place, and I don't think it should be like that.
I've got a Morgan Gibbs-White comment, but can we bring up the super sticker first?
Thank you, Wayne, with the birthday cake super sticker 149. And can I say thank you very much, Wayne, for that? And thank you for all the birthday messages. Yes, it was official. On Saturday, I turned 22. And 21
downhill from here, mate. Downhill.
It's all downhill from here. It's all down here for here. Go on. Go with it.
Yeah, MGW. Listen, it's been the main focus of our podcast for weeks and weeks now, and I've had to think about this over the last few weeks, and I think that he's not as good as we've built him up to be. He's actually not as good as we've built him up to be, and that's not his fault. But we've looked at him coming in as a big money signing. You know, the press have built him up like mad. He is a decent player. He's not an exceptional player. And the way we talk every week, me included, we're expecting to be, when is he going to be this exceptional player? And I don't know whether he is. He's just a decent, good player. He's not.
But Dino, it's the simple things that he's getting wrong. It's not like we're asking him.
But he also does decent things very well. You know, it's up and down with him. He's the fittest member of the team. He can run for another 90 minutes after that 90 minutes is done. He does track
running
back.
enough, then, is he?
He does track back. He does some good things, but he does some horrendous things. But what I'm trying to say is he's not this elite player that we've built him up to be.
Yes, he is.
They'll probably tell you that. He's not. He's not.
He is.
No. I texted you earlier in the week about, I can't remember his name. They played for QPR. Tarabat?
Oh, Tarap.
Abel Tarap.
His name.
Tarap.
I mean, he's a baller, man. MGW's not in his league. He's not in his league. He's not. So why, we just got to realize MGW is a decent player. He's not exceptional. But the fact that he doesn't perform at an exceptional level every week.
So Trapp is considered someone that didn't fulfill their potential. He never made it, did he? So
exactly.
No, he's still a lot better on the ball than MGW is.
Yeah, but I'm agreeing with what you're saying. You can have all the skill in the world. It doesn't mean you're going to be success in a football team, does it?
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is we're expecting a lot out of MGW, and we should take away his price tag and pretend he was 10 million.
Yeah, but no,
price tag's not his or our fault.
I'm sorry, but the problem isn't Morgan Gibbs White necessarily.
He's out of position.
Huh?
He's out of position.
Thank you. Literally, I was going to say, he's out of
totally
position.
Agree.
He's been given too much responsibility. Yeah,
agree.
He should play as a 3-10 for me. And then this whole thing, look, I don't understand why Ward Prowse takes every dead ball going. Even goal kicks, I wouldn't be surprised if he was taking them. Excuse me. But why does it's almost like I don't want to bring Cooper into this, but I think Cooper's kind of said to him, "You are my boy, isn't it? Blue, you're my boy. You're going to be, everything's going to be revolved around you." But that is contradictory because he's been played out of position. I think he's been hyped up by us. I've hyped him up for a year, but I also think he's been hyped up internally, and that's the bigger problem for me. If you're hyped up internally and you're not producing, you then believe the hype, and then you have a bigger fall to come down from. I still think he's the best player we've got, but the big one, as Crypto just said, he's out of position, man. He's out of position, and I agree. I think he's going to score tomorrow. I've got this feeling. He's going to score.
I don't disagree with anything you've just said about all of that. What I'm doing is I'm protecting him as a person and a player because he isn't as elite as we seem to think he is. He's not. And
he's only young though. He's young, isn't he? He's still got time to develop. He's very good for his age.
He's put, you don't know that potential is one thing. So many players with potential that have not made it.
All right, every one of you in the chat, I'm reading them, and the middle finger is coming up for each and every one of you. And sorry, that's not aimed. That's agreeing with me. Thank you. I just assumed it. Yeah, Pat, you can have one as well. All right. Okay. Scores. Dino. Chat. Scores. Tomorrow. Saturday. Not a Sunday, Ez. It's on Saturday. So, Ez, make sure you turn up tomorrow. What are you saying?
1-0 Forest.
Scorer?
I don't care. Vlachodimos could score for me. I don't care. 1-0 Forest.
But I can't believe we've gone 90 minutes nearly, Dino, and you haven't mentioned your boyfriend, Shelby?
He's not my boyfriend. He's my brother.
Twin brother.
No, I told you so.
60,000 yarder. Yeah, I can't believe that. He built all my so many yarders up and just did it all in one go, didn't he? The bastard. I can't believe he did that.
Goal. Fantastic goal.
I told you he had it in him, just not for us.
Just a bit too early in your prediction. Just a bit too early.
Yeah. Way into the future Canardino.
Yeah, we're going to win the European Cup for it. I'll just tell you that now.
Oh, poor Jojo. Don't tell me she's with Anne. Wait, Mark's with Anne as well.
I hope she's been working out because we're on the back row of the Brian Clough stand and she's got to give me a piggyback because of my back.
Oh God. You're going to have to help him up, Jojo.
Actually, Jojo, don't worry.
We've got all the the FFT Bond girls in tonight in one sitting.
It's because we said the word Felipe. We said the word.
It is, yeah. They'll come.
It's like catnip, isn't it? But don't worry, Jojo. I think Mark's coming, so either you got to give them both the piggyback up, or he'll piggyback out. All right, Crypto scores.
I'm gonna go 2-0 Forest.
Fuck me. Who's scoring 2?
I'm gonna say Aina and Elanga.
Spice up. And Ant, score prediction. Man City, Arsenal.
We just touched his back then. He just touched it.
Touched a nerve in it. Raw nerve there. Raw nerve.
Man City aren't playing Arsenal. Man City are playing Liverpool. Arsenal are away to Brentford.
No, okay, fair enough. I'm not an Arsenal fan, so I wouldn't know. Forest prediction.
I think we'll win 2-1. Don't ask me who's going to score because that's the kind of question you ask 6-year-old kids before the game, right? Let's be mentality.
Of course, I'm going to ask you.
Don't make me laugh, please. Okay.
All right, he's gone 2-1.
2-1 Forest. 2-1 Forest.
Chucker, on this temporary stand stuff, we will talk about it. We do actually have a video for it. I'm going to have to make a video for it because Twist made a thumbnail for it the other day and he got really pissed off that I didn't record the video for it. So he's forcing me to do it. So there will be a video on the stand and the stadium development. We just got to find where to squeeze it in. But go on, Dino.
Is the fan zone open yet?
No.
I don't know what they're messing about. It looks exactly the same as it's looked all season. But there again, people, it's now nearly the end of November. And not that I'm waiting with bated breath, but I've not even had my membership pack yet.
Sai says, if we lose tomorrow, is Cooper safe? Are we still allowed to discuss them? Obviously, man, we'll discuss anything here. Especially that, because it pisses a lot of the annoying people off. We'll ask the question. Boys, anyone think if we lose tomorrow, Cooper's not safe?
No, I think he'll be safe. I think, yeah, I don't think we'll lose either. If we lost tomorrow, that would actually be pretty bad because we haven't lost since March last year. So a loss would actually be pretty bad. But I don't think he'd be sacked.
I think he's in trouble if Everton overtake Forest this season. Now they've had a 10-point deduction.
I think anyone should be in trouble if that happens. Yeah.
I think they'll get a few of those back though, won't they?
Yeah, I agree with James. I think he's as safe for the season.
I think Eddie's right. Depends how we. I mean, if we got tongued 12-0, then yeah, he'll be marched straight out of there. But I think the Villa game took a lot of pressure off him. If we were to lose tomorrow, it would need an Everton loss, and who we got after that, Fulham or Wolves or something for the pressure to go on.
Do you think if we did lose or not win, do you think he would start saying excuses like, "Oh well, Taiwo's injured. We don't have a proper strike force"? Because it's almost like now he could have a bit of an excuse there.
He could try.
There has been occasions where sometimes he's kind of blame the players. Not very often, but there has been a few occasions.
They deserve blaming.
Yeah, sometimes they do.
Yeah. But no, I don't know. I'd say this. Let's see what happens, and then we can debate what actually happens instead of speculate. Because I need a piss. All right.
Do you think we'll win? Do you think we'll win tomorrow? What's your?
No.
Draw or loss?
I think, and I'm probably going to be wrong and look like an idiot, but I think Danilo may start tomorrow ahead of Domingos.
I mean, you look like an idiot.
Yeah,
It does start, but that's just natural. So it's it is what it is.
I was thinking that, but I thought, no, I'm not going to say that. That's just.
I couldn't resist. Sorry, he made it so easy.
I think he does like Danilo, doesn't he? He does like him.
He likes Danilo. He loves Danilo. Danilo,
like
like Mon gives White to Cooper.
Yeah,
jet lag excuses ready.
So you got Wolverine. You got us down for a loss or a draw.
Look, I'll say this. My head says we're going to lose. My heart says it'll be a 1-1 draw.
Your head says we're going to lose. Your head says we're going to lose.
What's the chat? I've not really seen a chat. What do you think, chat? Win, lose, draw?
There's a lot of 2-1s in the chat.
I think. If we lose tomorrow, I'll rub out Andy Reid's signature on my Wani shirt.
He can't.
Wood.
Forest ledge. He can't.
I think, honestly, it's nothing to do with who's injured or not. It's this Forest doing a Forest thing. I hope I'm wrong. wrong.
Yeah, but it's a fortress.
Yeah, win, draw, win.
Yeah, we don't lose at home. We don't lose at home.
Yeah, so we draw.
Jordan, now you remember, he's officially taken the piss out of Ant. Brilliant. Oh, come on, they're all draws. There's not one loss yet. Anybody got for a loss?
Yeah, him upstairs.
Because they're all wins.
I didn't go for a loss. I said my head.
You said your head. You said your head is a loss.
Always go with your heart. Always go with your heart.
With the injury proneness of one,
that's why you're about 50th in the prediction league. Because you always go with your heart.
Brandon.
Just a quick one from Brandon here. Love you guys, love the content and banter, but this one's for Ant. Love you, mate. No, Brandon, stick with what you said. Brandon. He is full of shit, and he always will be. And I
am full of shit, but that doesn't displace my love for Brandon. So.
All right. On that note,
thank you everybody for the super chats and all the donations. Thank you very much. Really,
you know what? I gotta say, I've missed this. I know it's only been like a week or two, but I've really missed it. I've missed the chat, man. I love this chat. And yeah, we're back tomorrow with the watch along from. It is a 3:00 kickoff. It's my anniversary tomorrow, so I may have to. I've got to literally change into a suit straight after. I'm in the doghouse. So if Forest don't win tomorrow, I'm gonna have to put on a fake happy, clappy face. So wish us luck. We will see you on the watch along tomorrow. If you go into the game, make sure you look for Full of Shit here. Benny, you going tomorrow?
No, not tomorrow. Not tomorrow.
No. Look for Jojo and Size there, and the rest of some of the other FFTV boys.
And me,
hit that like button.
And me, and me. I'll be there.
I said the Full of Shit.
Said to you. It's all about me. All right, Mariah Carey.
Three more likes, get us over 100 likes. We're gonna sign off there because I think the kids have gone quiet again, and that worries me. We'll see you on the watch along tomorrow. Love you all. Come on, you Reds.
You Reds.